I'm going to cover a lot of information, news, and tips here, so let's get into it. Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Oh, look out, don't run over me. Traffic will do the unexpected often here in the Philippines. And he was going to do a U-turn, which is very common here. And looking at some new infrastructure, and they put some new underground tiling, water discharge tiling, underneath the street, and very few actual drainage and very small drainage that are going to plug up. Number one, they're going to plug up like this, and they're not going to be able to carry the amount of water with the heavy rain, so there's going to be flooding on the street as well as on the sidewalks and into these stores. I believe, my opinion only. Anyway, this video is about some travel news, some travel advice and tips, observations here in the Philippines. I'm in Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines, in the central Visayas, central area of the Philippines. 3 trips. I've lived here 9 years, 6 different condominiums, and I've got, I think, over 1,500 videos up. So if you're interested in looking at condos or cost of living or travel videos, check out my other videos as well. Sidewalks are a bit of a challenge here. It can be quite challenging unless you're in a place like BGC, very more modern area of the metropolitan Manila area, where they've got wide, clean sidewalks. But here, going to take more than a little work to dog marking his spot there. Anyway, let's get to the travel news and advice. The Philippines, of course, is a major destination point in Southeast Asia, next to Thailand and Vietnam, Cambodia. Some people visit Cambodia, but big draw here. They're rated. They've got several beaches rated very high. They're got a little bit of drainage. But a lot of things to do. You shouldn't be bored in the Philippines. There's lots to do with beaches and resorts and mountains and caves and just a whole lot to do. So you can take a ferry onto another island if you're bored with one area, the cities, towns. And the Philippines is one of the easiest countries in the world to come into on a tourist visa for most people, and even stay up to 3 years on a tourist visa. Now, many countries in the world, not all, but many countries in the world get a visa on arrival, which means you don't even have to apply for a visa before you come here. India, Israel, a lot of the STAN companies. There is a long list of other countries that need to apply before they come here, but most of the Western countries, for instance, just show up basically, and they will stamp your visa with 30 days. They give you a 30-day visa on arrival, basically, and then you can extend that 29 days. They call it visa waiver. And then you can extend it 1 month or 2 months, and I think even Manila, maybe even 6 months still. But they've got a number of immigration offices around the Philippines. You can use, you can go to those government agencies, or you can use an agency like JRC Visa Agency and Immigration Services. They've got an office by Ayala Mall in Cebu City. They've got an office in Manila, and they've got an office in Dumaguete City, which is a very popular place for expats as well. I am in the uptown area of Cebu City. I'm walking towards Ayala Mall, about a 30-minute walk. Mango Avenue here used to have a lot of mango streets. The official name is called General Maxilome Avenue. I think they changed it about World War II time, but most people still call it Mango Avenue. got Mango Square down here on the corner and across the street. It used to be a big entertainment area, lots of bars. Now it's got a couple bars over there and fast food places to eat. They've got places on the right and the left as we walk down here. Tall building in the upper right is Horizon 101 condominiums. Anyway, once you get to come into the Philippines, there are a couple of requirements. Relatively easy. Your passport needs to be good for at least 6 months. You should have an ongoing ticket, either a return ticket or ongoing ticket within 30 days of arrival. And the people debate and tell me, no, you don't need it. You don't need it within the first 30 days. They've had a return ticket 60 days out or 90 days out, and that was acceptable. Well, that's what it states on Philippine Airlines, but different airlines will interpret that in different ways. It is easy enough to buy an ongoing ticket within the first 30 days, and then once you arrive here, you've showed the proper people, they've let you on the airlines, you land in the Philippines, you can go online, you can cancel that ticket, so you get your refund. There are sites that offer throwaway tickets. Some are legit, some not, is what I've heard. I've not used them myself. It's easy enough just to buy a legit one. Gangnam Bar was a Korean bar over there on Mango Square, and it lasted about 6 months. I understood they shut them down because they didn't have the proper permits. Also, if you enjoy these types of videos, there's a join button down in the lower left-hand corner underneath the video. I've got a couple special videos, more in-depth discussions on medical, dental risks associated here, real estate, a number of other topics as well. You can support the channel. The first comment of almost every video is you can buy me a coffee or a PayPal account, a couple different ways to support the channel as well. Anyway, yeah, I like this area of Uptown. You've got off to the right, you've got fast food places, massage places. There's a bar back in there, Indian restaurant. This place closed here. Now that was a new Korean. I think they were about 6 months old, and they were shutting down. Talked to the guy inside here just for a minute. Too many restaurants, perhaps. Hello. Are you moving out?
Yeah, but now already closed here.
You're already closed?
Yeah.
What, is somebody else moving in?
No, maybe after 2 months, open again here.
No, poor business, huh?
Yeah.
Now, getting back to immigration and the tourist visa, there's a number of different visas that are available. The SRRV, retirement visa, the 13A marriage visa, work visas, student visas, a number of different visas that are available. We'll talk basically about the tourist visa. Most people come in on that. And you can... They've been evolving and changing things up. I'm not going to give a lot of details because a lot of people don't look at the date of these videos. And I get comments, a year or 2 or 3 ago, I did a video about it, and they said, hey, this isn't the way it is. And it's because things have changed. They've now you can do a little bit online, but they've kind of pulled back from that too. You might be able to extend online, but I've heard more and more that sometimes there's issues with that because they want to see you, or they want to see your representative from a visa agency that can give more details about you and your purposes of staying here. But basically, it's still easy to extend your tourist visa up to 3 years, 1 month, 2 months. They used to give 6 months extensions, but only in Manila area at this present time. That could change there again. We are in January. There's a rule, has been for many years, you need to do an annual report in January and or February before March 1st, and basically the first 60 days of the month. And you can use a visa agency like JRC, or you can go to an immigration office and do that. Now, on a tourist visa, you aren't required to do that, but on many of the other visas, you are. You have to do an annual report. There's some talk that you might be able to do some of that online. I'm not sure how well the system is working, but you can go to the e-services of immigration, check that out, or go to an immigration office and show up. My first 2 years here on the tourist visa, I showed up because what I had read is that I had to do an annual report, and they said, no, you're not. You're on a tourist visa. You're not required to do it. We're also in the high season here in the Philippines. October, November, December, January, February, March, April are the high tourist season primarily, and especially with the cold weather in many parts of the world, people are taking their vacations coming here. I'm seeing many more foreigners in the malls and other areas of the Philippines here in January. Many coming for the huge Sinulog Festival that goes on for about a week. It culminates, it ends on the third Sunday of each January. Horizon 101 there, about 52 stories, I think. And yeah, some of you have stayed there. 2 towers, and the only complaint I hear is that they don't have enough elevators. A lot of people waiting for the elevator to get in and out. But we have the largest festival in the country, Sinulog Festival here in Cebu City. And little advice, be careful. There are millions of people come to town and participate in that. Some of those people don't have good intentions. They are snatchers, and be very careful if you're carrying a phone. I've had a couple of phones snatched during these. Get into a crushing crowd of people. My first year here, and I came out of that crowd, I had neither a wallet or a phone. Went home and called all my credit card companies, banks, went and bought a new phone. I was trying to figure out where's a police station? How do I report this? But in the end, you find there's not much they're going to do, probably. So keep tight watch, or just don't carry. I don't carry my phone half the time anymore with me, just because of that. Lots of events going on, various places. Plaza Independencia in the downtown area. The various malls will have Sinulog type events going on throughout the coming week. You got a bar and restaurant down here, Cubana, and they put out a lot of chairs and umbrellas out. I think they open about 5 in the afternoon, I believe. And they offer pizzas. They got a band, I think, every night. I'm not quite sure what time the band opens up, but anyway, that is an option on Mango Square. And then you got a number of bars. I've done videos about the bars. They've got the bikini bars. They got the regular bars. They've got Howling Dog 1 and 2. A number of other bars there as well on Mango Avenue. Transportation can be, they'll shut down some of the streets and stuff for the various parades, the Walk with Jesus, the Solemn Parade Walk, the parade route. They've got contingents from, I think, almost 40 different cities coming in with their floats and their people dressed up in various dress, making music and dancing, traditional Filipino dances out on the street. And anyway, across the way is the bar. Howling Dog Bar 2 over there, new. It's got a Mexican restaurant, rented out part of the location. So plan ahead for transportation. Getting, taxis will be especially busy with 1 million+ people in town for the various events. Some of the roads will be closed down during some of that time, so you'll have to go off on a side street. You can book a Grab taxi, a Grab car. They've got the app for your phone to do that. Hobble Hobble motorbike taxis will be out and about, generally asking. Sometimes doesn't happen so much in Cebu City like it does in metropolitan Manila, but people will be asking for taxis, a flat rate, a higher flat rate because of the demand. Most of them will use the meter, so it's up to you whether you want to negotiate a flat rate or not. Usually about this time of the year in Cebu City, most, if not all, of the taxis, or not, the hotel rooms, condominium, the Airbnbs, are booked already for the Sinulog Festival. I checked a couple days ago, and there's still a lot of rooms available, and they're even discounting the rates. They usually raise the rates for the big festival, but apparently and I've read another article that said they're not getting the tourism in 2024 that they were expecting. Got like 5.4 million, I think, instead of 7 point something million they were hoping to get, and about 800,000 of those, I think, if I remember right, were Filipino overseas workers coming back to visit family over the holidays. For all of the Philippines. So there are rooms available. Usually, I've had a number of years back, I've had people call me, do you know where I can get a room still available without going way out of town to find one? But there are still a lot of rooms available, apparently. If you're going to be here for a while, and you're doing your visa extensions, a couple other things as far as banks getting money. You're going to want to be sure to go to the ATM or bank or money, however you're going to get money, and go early, because these ATMs can be out of money with the big events going on with so many people in town. So go there, a week in advance and draw the money out that you think you may need if you're going to be traveling to other islands. Keep in mind that a lot of ATMs around the Philippines will not, although a lot will accept international debit cards, credit cards. Many do not. This is still a cash society, and or they will be out of cash. I've been on a couple different islands, and I've had to go to 5 different ATM machines before I found one that would, number one, take my card. Number two, had money. Sometimes they're down, they're offline, or they're broken, or they're out of money. So plan ahead. Plan ahead. If you go off to other smaller islands, there is a chance that your resort hotel that you book does not take foreign credit cards or credit cards at all, and you'll need to pay cash. So be sure to have enough on hand. Also, be sure to always have plenty of smaller bills on hand, because if you hand somebody, a taxi driver, or garbage just piling up, terrible. 1,000 peso or even a 500 some places, they'll say, "Sir, I don't have change for that," and you'll either have to cancel your purchase or go find some change. So you can go to usually a McDonald's, a Jollibee, some of these fast food places, a bank, of course. But even once I went to a bank and they said, "We haven't got our small change yet, sir. Sorry." Pharmacies oftentimes are pretty good, but there again, not always do they have the change. But get yourself plenty of 20s of smaller bills of 100 pesos, 20 pesos. You don't see many 200 peso bills anymore for some reason. 500 pesos, and then 1,000 is your highest denomination here. They do not take other foreign currencies except the foreign currency exchange places, but you aren't going to walk into a store or mall and use foreign currency. Uh, More people, another thing, not only are snatchers in town, but a lot more people asking money. Kids, and in fact, this kid ran back down the street, and him and his friends, wherever they came from, Mindanao possibly, living under a bridge up there. So such is life for the very poor here in the Philippines. Other than pickpocket pockets, the safety during the sin log, they've got thousands and thousands of of military, Navy, Army, PNP, the Philippine National Police, local police. A lot of undercover police will be lining the parade routes and the various events. One police told me that most of their arrests are made by undercover people. So understand that there are quite a number of undercover out there. As far as phones, internet, communication, boy, it's changed a lot. It's gotten a lot better since I first came in 2015. And I came here. I bought a dual SIM phone from T-Mobile in the USA. A lot of these phone companies in the USA. I'm not sure about Europe and other parts of the world. You can buy a dual SIM phone, and you can have two different SIMs with two different carriers. And I kept a T-Mobile SIM in one of them, and I put a Globe SIM in one here. So I had both the U.S. phone number. I paid T-Mobile, I think, $30. I think their international plan now is like $50. Verizon, 18. The different ones have international plans. You don't want to be roaming on the internet with your phone over when you're outside the country. You can run up $1,000+ worth of bills very quickly if you aren't careful. So you want to turn off roaming. And if you have a local SIM from the Philippines, you can buy data. You can buy data and use it much cheaper. They got different promotions that you can buy in. I spend 250 pesos every 15 days, and I get a lot of data and texting for that for 15 days, and so I can use my phone that way. You also need to ask your carrier, if you're from the USA, wherever, to unlock your phone. If Verizon has your phone locked so you can only use it on their network, contact them. Tell them you're going overseas, out of the country, and you need them to unlock the phone for however long you're going to be out of the country, and they should do that for you. Also, contact your bank, your credit card companies. Let them know that you're going to be out of the country. Worked for me right away, but I've had friends that came here. They had contacted their credit card companies or bank companies, and they waited till the last minute to use their debit card and ATM machine, and it didn't work. They had to use their credit card to take out some cash money, which has high fees and high interest rates. And so then they had to call, and it was over the weekend. Took a couple of days for them to get that straightened out. So when you come to town, go into any other country, I suggest you use your debit card, your credit cards fairly quickly to make sure that they're working properly. As far as you can use your phone as data, sometimes when my Wi-Fi is out in my condo, which isn't very often anymore, I plug my phone into my laptop and I use the data off my laptop. And some companies allow you to do that, some do not. So called tethering. Find out if your company allows tethering if you're in your country or out of the country. You can do that and have internet. You can buy you can buy different devices
Good afternoon.
for internet if you don't have it wherever you're going to be staying as well. Globe at Home or the different companies have different Wi-Fi type setups, pocket Wi-Fi's. Uh, I don't see as many people using them anymore, but basically gives you an internet. You can connect several different devices to the little pocket Wi-Fi that fits in your pocket, for instance. It's good to have a VPN on your phone and or tablet, laptop, computer, virtual private network, so you can log in. Helps protect you from others. If you're in a coffee shop using their Wi-Fi and you're logged in through a VPN, it helps protect your device from somebody trying to hack into your device, which my understanding isn't that difficult to do. But if you're logged in through a VPN, it's much more difficult for that to happen, my understanding. A lot of these malls, especially in the bigger cities, have Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi available. You're supposed to log in. They want to track you around, and I've found their Wi-Fi. In fact, you'll find Filipinos going around trying to find a spot where the free Wi-Fi actually has a decent signal, and I've never found it very good. I use my own Wi-Fi. Like I said, I spend 250 pesos, about $5 every 15 days, and it gives me a pretty fast. Most places I get a pretty good data connection on my phone if I need to use it when I'm out and about in the mall. Some areas of the mall don't have a very good signal. Even phone stores where I've gone to buy a phone didn't even have a good phone setup. I ran out of walking video, so I plugged this AI generated picture of a Filipina at the end to finish this video off. Anyway, that's a little advice. Looking forward to what other advice, some I missed, I'm sure. You can leave in the comments and let me know. Are you coming to the Philippines? Are you traveling internationally in the coming month or two or three? If you are, safe travels. Enjoy 2025. May it be one of the best years ever for all of you. Anyway, see you in the next video.